Hey guys, it's Dan from Generation Productions, and I'm back again, and I'm just trying to think of what I can do now, since I've just done a eulogy video. So I'm just trying to think what I can do now. Oh yeah, I've got the might as well do another Q&A. Next Q&A is done, because WM sent me some more questions, so I just got to go look that up and see what we got. Just give me a sec, people. I should be able to find it. Just give me a sec. Where is it? Normally I'd have all this stuff prepared, but it was just a bit of a going through a bit of issues today. Here we go. Got it. Okay. WM's new questions. What's my thought on Islam? Well, to be honest, like I said, I'm a Christian myself. I do believe that Islamic people, sometimes they have some good stuff, and sometimes they got bad stuff in their religion. But for the people that are good, the good Islamists, the good people, thank you for being good. And as for the terrorists and all those guys, you guys can go jump, because whether you believe in the Bible, like from my Christian standpoint, or believe in what you believe in, it states that you shouldn't really kill people, right? And that you guys go around killing people. That's on you guys' heads, literally. And you're making other people's heads roll for what reason? Just to terrorize and scare the shit out of people to believing into what you believe. That's not of God. Sorry. Big bad news to you guys. No, that is not what God is for. Okay, next question. How long do you think you can survive in the Australian bush if lost? Well, I am a little bit of a survivor. There was a time back when I went a little bit nuts when my dad was dying of cancer and I couldn't handle it, so I disappeared into Adelaide for a day. Disappeared for a while and trying to look for food and water and stuff. So I'm pretty sure I'm pretty resourceful, but I'd probably say maybe 2 weeks max. I reckon I could survive in the Australian bush if lost. I reckon 2 weeks would be my limit. But then again, that's just me. Okay, next question was, would you rather be attacked by a great white or a saltwater crocodile? Or what would you reckon your chances of survival would be better with? Okay, well, it's a bit of a muchness of a muchness, but to be honest, I would rather get chomped on by a good old saltwater crocodile, because also I'm a fan of crocodiles, so I don't mind feeding him. But yeah, the reason why I say saltwater crocodile too is there's more of a chance. You can still suffer blood loss, like in both cases with the great white and saltwater crocodile. You can both lose a lot of blood, and you can still die from blood loss or trauma. But the main thing, I'd still go with the saltwater crocodile, because basically, you can climb on, like if you're only out a few, depends on how far you're out of the water. You could, even with damage, like you said, you could just kick a crocodile away and they'll probably leave you alone. And stuff whereas if sharks, when they smell blood, they keep coming for you. So I think more likely the chance of a saltwater crocodile is actually, I think, more beneficial, because you can just kick him in the face or kick him in the jaw, and that will release you. They say that about great sharks as well, that you can kick them in the nose, because that's a very sensitive area, or poke them in the eye as well to make them release you. Although with crocodiles, they've only got one set of teeth. Sharks, on the other hand, have got rows and rows of teeth, so the likelihood of trying to actually escape is a little bit more harder. If they start latching on. So, but thank God for the people who have survived shark attacks. I'm not knocking the people that have survived. But personally myself, I'd rather be attacked by a crocodile. Thank you very much. Just for my own self thing, I reckon being attacked by a crocodile would be a little bit more of a chance of better survival, just in my case. Okay, that's just me saying it. Next question was, what household items in around your house would you use to if you were attacked by? Basically, what household items would I use if I was being attacked in a zombie apocalypse or something like that? Yeah, well, basically, what household items around your house would you use if zombies attacked your house? Well, I've got my knives, I've got a bow staff, I've got my bow and arrows. They've even got this here metal pole. So yeah, there's a lot of things I can use as potential weapons if I needed to. But that being said, I'm not going to use them on people. So, but I'm just saying I do have the capability of actually messing someone or something up if I wanted to. Next question was, do you watch porn? Comment? No comment. Go do a Donald Trump. No comment. Would you take a porn star free for a weekend if nobody would know? Well, depends on what you mean, man. I'm not very wealthy, so I wouldn't be able to like spend millions on someone. But if you're sort of like asking if I would actually have like an ex porn star or an ex prostitute or someone like that, look, I don't care what people have done in their past. Okay, if they've moved past that kind of stuff and moved on past doing those kind of things, yeah, I'm all for going on a date with them or hanging out with them or whatever. I'm perfectly fine with hanging out with people who are ex-porn stars or ex-prostitutes or whatever. I've got no qualm with hanging out with them as long as they don't do it anymore. Because my issue with that being is that, well, a lot of people can say this, that basically porn sort of degrades the person. It's like they're fucking a lot of people. Sorry for my swearing, but you get my drift. They're screwing around with a lot of people, and it just there's always a risk of getting TSDs or sexual transmitted diseases if people keep doing that. Even if they've got a condom or something like that, there's always a risk it might break, or there's also all sorts of things going on. So, to be honest, if I was to date a prostitute or a porn star, ex-porn star person, a girl, mind you, because I'm very much into girls more than blokes, no offence to the blokes, but that's where I stand. And yeah, I definitely would probably hang out with one or date one. I probably would, as long as they promise not to do that stuff again. Well, not while I'm dating them, not while I'm dating them, or just hanging out with them. As long as they don't do that stuff while I'm around, I'm perfectly fine with it. What's your worst secret habit? Well, I think probably picking my nose is probably one of the main ones, but no other real bad habits I'm aware of. What superhero would you consider to be most like you? Well, I think I'm coming across between maybe like Batman or the Flash, because I'm very much a fan of the Flash, but in saying that, I'm more like Batman in the DC. But if you're going over to Marvel, I'm probably more like the Hulk than anything. If you're going over to Marvel, so I'm pretty more like the Hulk in Marvel. What else? Next question is, what super? No. Do you play PS4? Yes, I absolutely do. WM, I do play PS4, and also on top of all that, I've got every single console. I've got the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 4, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS, Super Nintendo, Sega Master Systems, Sega Mega Drive, I'm trying to think what else was there. The Dreamcast, the Sega Saturn. I've got an arseload of Sonic games. I've got an arseload of video games. So I play everything, man. Okay, next question. Would you make a porn movie if you wore a mask? Well, again, man, like I said, I'm not trying to go anywhere near that sort of thing. I'm actually not trying to go anywhere near porn per se. No, probably not, man. Probably not. I probably wouldn't do a porn movie for the simple reason of, like I said, I don't want to be risk getting sexually transmitted diseases. And even then, probably if I was going to do a porn, just saying figuratively, if I was going to be in a porn video or movie or whatever, it'd have to be for an arseload amount of cash, like maybe not, probably about somewhere in the $1,000, only $1,000 worth, I think. But anyways, that's only just a theory. But I'm pretty sure I wouldn't do it for the very reason of, for the very reason there being of most likely, I don't want to get any diseases. That's the only issue. But other than that, all good. Okay, thanks WM for your questions, and hopefully you can feel free to ask any more anytime, and see you in the comments section. Okay, bye.